time to dump on you. Um, you may have noticed that I'm in the bathroom and that the bathroom door is open and I'm taking a dump. There's a reason for that. The reason is that if you look at my bathroom door, it doesn't have a lock. So if you actually close the bathroom, it locks and you can't open it. You can open it with a wrench, but it's complicated. So one of the things we do here until we fix the door is to leave the door open when you're taking a dump, and you just have to expect that people are not going to be walking in on you when you're doing it. It's quite amusing. It's quite interesting. Uh, why am I taking a dump on you? Oh, sorry, guys. Why am I dumping on you? Why am I doing this? What am I doing? Shiza. There we go. Okay. Why am I dumping on you? What's going on? There. Better? What? It's not going on. Oh, yeah, it is. There. Okay. Why am I dumping on you? Well, first of all, because I haven't made a video in a while, and I like to make videos. I think it's important. Second of all, because the best time to take a poo is in the morning, early morning, and the best time to meditate on life and what you need to do with life and everything is also in the morning. So how did I take that out? It's weird. Um, so what's going on? What's going on is that I'm working on Upwork on a variety of interesting projects. One of them in particular that has to do with Donald Trump, of all people, um, is becoming very interesting to me. It's like um, it's like a bigger project that I'm working on with a guy that I really like to work with. Um, but I'll tell you more about that when I'm ready to tell you about that. I'm not disclosing anything quite yet. I'm just, starting to put the pieces together of a bigger project. And guess what I wanted to talk about this morning, what I thought would be an interesting subject to speak of this morning, would be as you know, I came to a point with the use of DMT and 5-MeO DMT, which I guess people call ego death or something like that, where you let go of everything and everything you hold sacred or dear just gets shuffled under the enormous death-like um, death-like feeling of being under DMT and under 5-MeO DMT. So so in a sense, um, since those experiences, I've had very little attachment to anything or to anyone or to any idea or any concept. I'm just more present to whatever's going on around me, trying not to judge or have prejudgments on it. Um, and having said all that, I found myself during my mother's death, when my mom was dying, literally dying, the night she was dying, the night she died, actually. She died in the morning, she died early morning, but it took her the whole night to die. I found myself at that time to let's say to shield myself from the dramatic events of my mother's death, shit posting on 4chan, which seems kind of ridiculous, but we are social creatures. We live in a society. We live in a society that supposedly protects us from each other and supposedly makes us, grow as a species. The underlying reality of it is that our society, our global society, is very, very, very decadent and very not about making our lives easier or better, but about enslaving us and making us work for whatever it is that is on top of us, making us work. Governments are basically big mafias that, suck tax money from people to supposedly provide them with services and goods, but actually just to promote themselves and to keep their own existence going. I mean, if you think about the United States, for instance, 50% of your tax dollars go to the military that you will never probably need if they were not invading Afghanistan and Iraq and Venezuela. So, and it's not just the United States. I mean, Russia does the same. France does the same. I mean, there is a power elite decide who lives and who dies and who gets invaded and who doesn't get invaded. And that power elite and the military power elite, the military industrial complex, as Eisenhower called it, controls everything, all our lives, everything that happens. There's no real freedom. I mean, to think that there's freedom in the United States or in any other country is just, it's silly. We are all cogs in a huge machine that devours nature and devours us, you know? So the reason we are like that is because we haven't been able to dream up a better dream. It's like, it's our nightmare, our collective nightmare. And it's a collective nightmare that we have arrived at through our lack of spiritual awareness of who and what we are really. And it's a nightmare that is very hard to break from because it's so strong, so enormous, so gigantic. Just think of the United States. The United States is huge. It's this huge thing, it's this enormous thing, much bigger than any one person. And, people pay their tax dollars and people go to work and people, get up in the morning and bathe and shave and and then, go to some office or maybe just get in front of their computers because there's no more going to the office anymore. And if you're in China, it's even worse. It's like, you go to some factory to work literally for slave wages. I don't know. So what's the truth? And then, even if you make it, when you make it with a lot of money and you have a big property and you have cars and stuff, well, you become a slave to those things, because those objects, cars and houses and fancy clothes, they kind of hold you in expectation. Robert, oh yes. Hi, Robert, I'm dumping on you. Thanks for the dump. You're welcome. Yeah. Well, I'll make sure to clean up after myself. So when you look at the whole thing, when you look at not just one little aspect but the whole thing, it's more on the nightmare realm than on the beauty realm. Even for the very rich people, it's like they're always afraid of losing their wealth. That's what drives them, is fear. And it's because we haven't been able to dream up a better dream. We haven't been able to snap out of it and dream something new. The hippies and the communes, that's what they were all about. Echado de menos estos videos. Gracias. Voy a hablar en español para ti. No, estoy aquí nada más pontificando. Yo tengo que ir al baño. Ay, bueno, ahí voy. Disculpa, se acabó el show. Todo tuyo, Raz. actually have a lot of work, so I can't dilly dally too long. I have to actually work. I have a lot of writing gigs. I'm writing, which is good. I actually enjoy it. That's what I like doing. Don't always write what I like, but I'm working, which is good. Making money. Making money is a good thing. Need some more coffee. Let's go get some more coffee. I also want to get some bread and I want you guys to tell me, what is it about cats and boxes? I mean, what is going on with a cat in the box? He's been there all night, you know, and that one over there, like, "Oh, I'm hiding from the cat in the box." Cats are weird little creatures. So, yeah. Meow. So the collective nightmare. Now, we can, at moments, not always, but at some points, kind of snap out of it. Kind of look at other aspects of life that are more agreeable, that are more beautiful. You know, we go swimming or we go to a movie, or we have dinner somewhere. But at the end of the day, when you meditate on what you've done and what's going on in your life, you realize you're a slave. You know, I gotta work. If I don't work, if I don't write what I have to write, if I don't write what people tell me to write, they don't pay me. And if they don't pay me, I don't pay the rent. So we're stuck. We're stuck in a loop. Because, you know, I mean, the reason I gave up my job with Televisa was just too much work and too little money. I'm making more money, I'm working less, but I'm still working. And what my soul is telling me to do is to play. My soul is saying, you know, you should not be working for other people. You should be working for yourself, playing. Playing, not even working. Working is work. The language is wrong. It's not about working, it's about discovering, enjoying. You know? Yeah. I think I just ate a cockroach. Being alive, you know. And it's not easy because we have to pay rent, we have to buy the food that we eat. We should be, as a species, up to a place in our reality where we're not enslaving each other anymore, but we're actually taking care of each other. We have enough material, we have enough resources, we have enough of everything that nobody needs to go hungry, nobody needs to go without medicine or shelter. We have everything we need for the species to actually be well. But what we don't have is a voluntary desire not to enslave each other. It is insane. It is a fucked up species, a very insane situation. Makes no sense. You know? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. I think I want chorizo, but I want it on a bun. I want a chorizo sandwich. Which means I have to go out before I have breakfast. I have another cup of coffee though. So that was my meditation. I think I took a dump. I dumped on you guys. I spent a few minutes thinking about, what is real, what isn't, and I'll see you guys later.